Hello, and welcome back to Oolykee Game, and welcome back to another episode of Workers. The description of the video. Today we're gonna try to find a new income source. Right, let's go. So we are down to 55k. We are actually doing quite okay, loan wise, financially wise, and looks like if I push this one, we might be able to be under 4 million rubles loan by the next time we take the loan, which should be shortly, but you can see here in a couple of days, in a month's time, we have 3 loans expiring, and we're going to be taking only 1 loan. Last loan we took, I have no idea. But I'm noticing that in between the loans, there's less than 100 days almost everywhere. Those are obviously, if you have big projects and all that good stuff, it happens. But I don't know how big the next loan, how far in between the next loan would be. But I have a feeling that there was a lot of days in between the previous loan and this one. So yeah, and also you can see with the maximum amount you can borrow, it's already 1.3 million. But okay, so. The next big thing on the horizon that I was thinking about was the coal mine, coal production, all that good stuff. Now that's not going to be for a while because we need to build a city for this, and also how to export coal. I did a little bit of experimentation with the boats and stuff. That's not going to work that easily. We're going to have to redo the whole coast or the banks of the river, and I'm not sure if I want to do it right now. Potentially, there might be a big harbor here at Usti. I think it's in Czech. Usti is when the two rivers combine, even though this is not or delta. Maybe it's a delta. Well, what is this? Well, it's a big. I don't know what it is. I wouldn't say a lake. It's just a part of the lake part of the river that turns into lake. Now this should be fully navigable, and I think this looks gorgeous. If we continue going this way, we have a nice canyons here outside of this lake. I think it goes to both republics, yeah, to both NATO republics and Soviet republics. So that's very nice. So yeah, this is potentially where we might start exporting from, but as you can see, that's not very close to us. I would like to start spreading out, I would like to plan more cities around the ores, around the resources, but also I will want to potentially push back, or not push back, like let's talk about the exports. Let's talk about this. So we have food production, so easily we can see food production. I think we are kind of maximized. Let's go this year. We have, now it's July, 2 months, come on guys, 2 months of a year in English speaking or Latin speaking calendars, because some of our countries, like I think Czech Republic, I think Poland, I think Croatia, not the rest of Yugoslavia, they use the traditional names for the months, so they're not the same. Like for example, in Serbian, December is December, January is Januar, so it's like the same. While in Croatian, January is Siječanj, and December is Prosinac, so it's like old traditional names. So for the months, and there are 2 months out of the year in Latin or international language. Latin, English, international, that are named after Roman emperors. Did you know that? If you know, write the comment section. I'll answer the question in a few seconds, but yeah, it's actually July, and it was named after the Julius, I think Julius Caesar, and the August is the next one is Augustus, also Roman emperor. Anyway, so there we go. So these are a little bit knowledge sharing. What I wanted to do in this episode, I wanted to go for a year review. So we're gonna go for a year here. let's go year. No, I'm gonna have to go for this one. I wanted to show you the production of food. Actually, I wanted to show consumption of food, but here, for example, from the 1st of January 1968, which is last year, we produced almost 2,000 tons of food. If we go for a year before, we struggled with. Whoa, that's very low. Did we even start producing food before this? Whoa, what happened to the last? What happened to the last? Oh, was it the harvesting? But I don't know. The food production just fell off the cliff. 65. Yeah, look at this. Wow. Okay, I don't know what happened. 1960. Whoa. Yeah, December. January 1967 to December 1967, we only had 760 tons of food produced. And then we have December last year, we had just under 2,000 tons of food. And then we have December, there we go, January till today we have, oh, this is definitely going to be a record year, because we are already at almost 1,900, which was record, like just over 2,000, and we have a half a year to go. So this is going to be a record year. We just need to make sure that we are exporting everything. Looks like it's looking decent. I just need to be careful that everything is working fine. And I'm really happy with the people supply, by the way. This guy went empty, but I'm telling you, a couple of buses from time to time, they're all full, but they go away. They didn't empty all the people. Like 24, I think, last time I saw, so it's very good. That means they're keeping the businesses running, and it's really nice to see. I will go and do something with this. With this supply of people to the farms. I'm not happy how it's going, so I'm gonna have to change something there. But the new industries, there's a couple of things that we can... oh, right, since we're supplying enough people here, we only have few people available for work. Only few people. But we are building, we still didn't populate all the buildings, as far as I know. We have 14, 15, 46, 10, 12, 36, 8, 7, and from time to time here, like for example here, 17 people. The quality of flats of these buildings are very low, so I might even start removing some buildings. Just a heads up, because I think it looks nicer if it's more foresty and less residential buildings. Some of this is a little bit too dense, but it doesn't have to be now, by the way, guys. It's like, for example, I'm planning to build another city that might have, I don't know, it might be focused around the things that we're gonna just talk about now. Chemical industry, power production. These two things are easy, low-hanging fruits, especially in our current state, because we have all the farming set up, and we have a lot of raw resource production. For example, gravel. For chemicals, you need gravel, you need dinosaur juice, you need wood. We have wood, dinosaur juice, and crops. And I think it would be easy for us to lean into these industries and start producing that. Power is kind of... not really that obvious, but it's kind of, I don't want to say easy, but it is easy. Like importing coal, we're already importing coal. We can have a small power generating station that's gonna be maybe not even exporting power, but I'm not. We can go for bigger one, but we can go for self-sufficiency, or at least have some decently sized power plant that offsets some of the expenses of exporting power. So next up, let's see how much we imported last year. Imported from Soviet blocs electricity is 62,000 rubles. If I go year before, it's 40,000 rubles. So in only last 2 years, and let's go this year, 40,000, so it's like 150,000 already ish, just under 150,000 imported electricity in last 2.5 years. So 150,000, we can definitely offset this by building a power plant. Of course, we don't have our own resources. We would be still importing coal, which for the last year, well, let's do it like this: year, and year. Coal was 70,000, so half of the 77,000, so let's say half of the imports of coal, which goes for heating. Sorry, why am I talking about coal? Oh, I shouldn't be talking about coal because coal, this is only for heating. We're gonna need more imports of coal for power production. And this is why I don't want to stress this even further, even though this is perfectly fine. They have problems supplying enough coal during the winter, but that's why we have big heating plant. But what they don't have a problem with is supplying it during the summer, spring, summer, and autumn, so they refill the whole storage here. This will put additional pressure if we go for a power plant, and we have everything in place here. We even have a switch here. We have coal supply here. If we need to increase the supply of coal from the border crossing, that's a thing that we can do as well. So we can start producing electricity from coal and then switch to domestically produced coal when we see fit. But okay, let's start this project in any case, because I would like to have some power production. So we have coal power plants. Do we have the oil power plants? Because that was locked. Oh, we still don't. That's perfectly fine. I just finished one research just before I started recording. One research was finished. Let's go and check what... Oh, I didn't select the new one. Ah, look perfect timing, huh? This is refinery. We need electricity from dinosaur juice gas powered. Unlocks gas power plant. Okay. Yeah, let's go for that one. That would be this one here, gas power. Perfect. And maximize this all the way in. No students in this research facility. Go away. We have a last chance to buy. Go away, go away, go away. Wow, that's a lot of news. I didn't get that many news in a while. Coffee time for me. Okay, so let's talk about coal power plants. Coal, not oil. I'm planning, actually, that will be the third thing after discussing chemistry. This is going to be the third thing, discussing the oil power plant, because obviously, oh yeah, Olgala commented on the videos like, oh, we got very lucky with this. By the way, I do not cheat in this game. I do constantly turn on the cheat mode. Constantly, like if I notice that the cheat mode is not running, I go and turn it on because of the additional statistic that you get. You have the fertilizer on the fields and just additional statistics you get from the actual, like here, for example, if I go for people productivity or any city related statistics, you can see here if it's going up or down. If it's only 76%, I don't know if that's closer to 76 or 77, or it's even under 77 or under 76, so it's like 75 something. But yeah, or loyalty, for example, here you can see that loyalty is slightly going up, and it's only better. Like, I think this is the best way of doing it. That being said, let's move on. I just wanted to point out that we have average productivity 85%. Last time we checked in last episodes, I don't know, was it last episode or before that? It was 80%, so yay, I guess. Okay, so coal power plant, let's talk about this first, then we're gonna switch to chemistry. So if we go to coal power plants, we have vanilla. Vanilla is a lot. Vanilla, the statistics here, like 1400 megawatt hours. I'm an electrical engineer. This is my high school education. I never wrap my head around these numbers. Usually I go for peak production, and that would be 24 megawatts, and 23 megawatts. That would be all the way down, says maximum wattage circuit breaker. This is how many, because this is related to the game and the size of the cables. 1400 megawatt hours of power means nothing if you're trying to export and transport this power. But the circuit breaker of 23 megawatts, now that's a different pair of shoes. This is important information. So talking about the vanilla one, I would like to go, let me tell you how much I would like to go. I would like to go closer to this number. Currently we have 5 megawatts, that one's 23 megawatts. This is how much we're importing. Oh my god, I didn't show you something else. Stopped production. Why did it stop production? That is very weird. There's no bus leaving. Maybe this bus is leaving. Okay. That was very strange. I need to play with this, supply them with more workers. But this is now supplying them with workers, that's fine. We need to focus slightly on this. I think I'll talk about it later. Let's go with the power plants and let's see what we have. Vanilla has only 2 power plants, 1 coal, 1 gas. And this is game over for me. Vanilla gets boring very, very fast. We have a couple of very good ones, like for example coal power plant here, which has the circuit breaker of 8.3 megawatts, but this one doesn't have any input of coal out from the outside with the conveyor belts. So you're gonna have to. I love this one. This is especially for the early starts and stuff. It is enormous amounts of power, 8.3 megawatts. It's huge. Well, yeah, it's huge, but unfortunately it only has also medium voltage cables going out, so this power plant also needs to be very close to the population. It doesn't pollute that much comparable to the other big power plants, more than half, but still, less than half. No, more than half? No, less than half. But still, it's very dirty and I don't like to use it. Other power plants we have a lignite. Now, lignite is very interesting. First of all, it's not ginormous. This power plant actually is double the size, more than double the size of the vanilla one. I'm gonna skip it. Lignite, if you don't know what lignite is, it's a brown coal. This is what the Germans and Poles are usually burning to keep the lights on. Lignite is the most common coal underground. It's not as good quality as the dark coal or black coal, also known as anthracite. So yeah, this is something that we don't have even in vanilla, which we should have, because you have these lignite power plants also in Ireland, Estonia, Russia, northern countries, Scotland as well, northern European countries, I think even Canada, you have something called peat power plants. Peat is the mud/coal-like substance that burns. In Ireland, they cut the peat. It's called harvesting the peat. It's called cutting the peat, and then put it in small piles and let it dry for a few days, so it has more energy density or it's drier. But in like I said, in Ireland, I believe in Russia, in northern European countries, I think even Canada, you have the power plants that run on this peat. This is even worse than lignite quality coal and probably is dirtier, but I don't know much about that, so I'll just stop there. We have a couple of really good oh my god, I can't believe I still have this mod. This is the 18 AM made plastic power plant that burns plastic for power. This is absolutely a joke. I still have this mod. I didn't even know that I do, but there you go. That's very funny. He was making fun because I said that plastic is unprofitable, that you should never, export plastic. You only make plastic for your own domestic consumption, which is usually just vehicles, and that's it. But yeah, plastic power plant, we have that. Needless to say, we're not gonna go and deal with this. Next up, we have the coal power plant. This is, I think, this is also a good quality mod, but as you can see, it's absolutely ginormous. 70 megawatts. This is more, approximately three times the vanilla one, and pollution is double, which is not double, it's only 50% more pause. I knew it. Please, please, please. I knew it. Okay, so I forgot about the loans. Let's see if we borrow money. We are over 4 million, so Oolykee was totally wrong. That's fine. Over 4 million borrowings, that doesn't matter. And what is the distance between the loans? It's less than 100 days. I thought it's more than 100 days. I'm waiting for the day when the in between the loans is more than 100 days. That's going to be a huge progress. Currently, we're just growing in bank value or how much we can loan. Anyway, that doesn't matter. Let's go and did we do have a lot of damage? Yeah, we did some damage, but that's fine. More damage was not paying the loans, but that's a different pair of shoes. Okay, right, so let's go. This is way too big. I'm not gonna do that. Maybe when we have our own mine. Bear in mind that this one consumes 72 tons of coal per day. That's enormous. Continuing on, we have coal power plant, which is also a huge one, double the size of vanilla. Again, this is all mods. I do not know who made these, but with the icon, and these look quite similar. I know that this one is much smaller, but they look kind of similar, so I think that modder made the same ones, the one that makes the city schedules in the corner. Going on, skipping this one, we're gonna go for the next one. This is also very nice because it's smaller than vanilla, and I like smaller than vanilla. Yeah, we have a winner. I want to say we have a winner there, but I don't know if we do. This is the smallest one of the, I think, from the same modder. The smallest one we have, and this one consumes 18 tons of coal per day, which is, yeah, this is equivalent to vanilla one. This is also from the same order, and this is Circuit Breaker 17, Circuit Breaker 19. I still think they are all too big, and I don't know if I want to go for them. I would like to have something smaller. This is a different modder and mod. I think this is Hungarian power plant, coal power plant. It does have 20 megawatt circuit breaker, which is more than these three smaller ones that we have. Next in line are S, M, and L, small, medium, and large. These are geothermal. Geothermals are very interesting because they don't need any source of. They don't need any source of fuel, but they need college-educated people to run. So that's the downside, which is not a big downside because sometimes we have a lot of college-educated people, like we do now. This is water. This is a run of the water, run of the stream, or whatever it's called, the power plants that you put next to the water. This is obviously hydropower plant, no input fuel, yeah, all that good stuff. We're not gonna use that. We have the power plant here, 16 megawatt. This is the smallest one we have out of the batch, and I did use this one a lot. I don't know who made this mod. You can see the number 244-013-1529 is the number of the mod if you want to go and search for it. And that's the last one that we're gonna check. I am not sure which one to go for. I really wanted to go for the smallest one, but all of them are in the same ballpark. So let me show you the selection at the moment. Let's rotate it in this direction. Power should go in this direction, that's fine. Footpaths are important. Let's just play around with these. This would be the number one would be 16 megawatts. Number two is gonna be this one. This is 17 megawatts circuit breaker, like this. And the third one would be the this one. This is 19 megawatts. They're all, whoa, and this one needs cooling towers. That's actually maybe interesting. You know what? No, I don't want to have a power plant that big that it needs cooling powers. Not cooling towers, not powers. There's nothing wrong with it. But I'm kind of making this to offset our costs, and having a huge concrete cooling towers for power plant, I think that's kind of defeating the purpose of trying to be profitable yet realistic. Let me see these ginormous power plants. Do they have cooling towers? They all have cooling towers. So the competition is between these two, and I'm leaning towards the smaller one, which is I think the modder for this one is not the same modder that we are not mentioning here. Just joking. We like all the modders. I don't know if there's any modder that I don't like, but yeah. Anyway, we just like I will try to avoid just mentioning who made which mods. We all know that most of the mods came from like handful of modders. Favorite being Equinox Nova in my book, because he's the only one, or rare one, who dedicated almost everything that he made to Yugoslavian mods, which is heavily excluded from the game vanilla, and well, obviously a lot of other modders excluded as well. Okay, so I think we have a winner here. We have a Znotov coal power plant, Znotov being the region where we are. This is gonna create a lot of pollution, and I'm kind of hoping that it's far away from this. Znotov power plant also has 17 megawatt circuit breaker, which is okay, because we currently can only supply 15 to here. 15. We don't have 18 megawatt cables yet. We need to do a lot of research for that, and the 18 versus 15, I think this is absolutely one of the stupidest things the developers did, putting the research for 18 megawatt cables but not research for 15 megawatt. It's not that big of a difference. So anyway, whatever, they can do whatever they want. But yeah, so let's reposition this power plant in a nicer place, and potentially, do we want to build another? I don't know if we need to build. This is where the Dennis was explaining to me these priority switches and stuff, and I totally don't understand them. I don't know if I should have priority switches anywhere, so I don't know how they work, and apparently they can resolve some of my issues with the waste to energy burning facilities. But yeah, anyway. Priority switches? No, I definitely don't think this is something I should build. I will go for the power plant again. So Znotov. Well, it's not. It's called power plant. It needs to go in this direction. Is this good direction? I think it is. It's just where I'm gonna put the road. What if I... Because if I'm gonna build a bigger heating plant over here that is being planned for a while, if I'm gonna build a bigger heating plant, I will need a bus station here because I need to deliver people to all of these factories, let's say. So yeah, and this I think I'm gonna have to start with asphalt. You know what? Let's go all the way. 82nd all the way. Go. Asphalt this, and then this kind of defeats the purpose. What I wanted to do is plan the road and then build a conveyor belt over it, because this power plant has a road entrance on this side, but I can do it even here. This is not bad. If I do it here and then this. I can easily do this, I don't care, and there we go. This is what I wanted to build. These power plants, I think they might need direct water supply. We'll see all of it. So we need to go and connect this. I think, you know what I was kind of hoping to do here? To have a more local consumers of electricity. But unfortunately there's only heating plant, conveyor tower, and that's about it. So everything else is away. Just so we don't need to transport power far away. But looks like the game has different ideas for us. Oh, I'll connect the second 15 megawatt later on. I think one of them is gonna be enough for now. Okay. Did we? Oh, this is connected. Yeah. But they don't have access for firefighting purposes because the road is being built. Okay, fine, whatever. What is the news? Traffic jam, of course, it always is. So, what else do we need here? Do we have water supply here? I think it's a little bit further away. Yeah, so we don't have water supply, not a problem. I'm expecting that. And does it have any water connections, the power plant? It doesn't have any water connections, so we just need to deliver water closer to here. Sewage too. So F3, we have a sewage connection right there, if it's gonna work, because... Well, can I just do this? Sure, it's gonna work. And then we need water supply here. Where's the switch? Do we have a... Oh, God. I was stupid enough not to build a switch over here. But since this is still work in progress and it's summer, we can do stupid stuff like this. Let's remove this and build a switch right here. Hopefully we can build it. Let me see how big this needs to be. I can build it anywhere. Oh yeah, because it's underground, yeah. If I build it here, this is going to be glorious because it's literally going to be going over the cables, so we shouldn't have any problems connecting it from here to there. Let's demolish this part as well. Come on, you can demolish it together. Fine, whatever. This shouldn't take too long. Demolishing nails, this building switch, reconnecting everything, and we need another water consumption. Let's do the smart thing. Let's do this. Let's do it this way, and then we need. Oh, I can start on the. pipes, Wesley pipes. And we need the substation. A substation over here, I think this could be okay. Okay, build those, and let's see footpaths now. Footpaths, F3, all of them are kinda in this direction, so this is not bad. There we go. And they can work on it straight away. What's next? We have a couple of more topics. Half an hour. Half an hour into this episode and we covered one topic. We have 3. So the second would be... the third one would be gas power plant or oil power plant. I don't know why they call it gas, but, you know, whatever. If you want to call it gas 3 division, maybe implement a source called gas, because it doesn't mean gasoline, because there's no gasoline power plants. There's diesel power plants or heavy oil power plants, but not gas. Like, well, I mean, there's gas power plants, but... but they don't use these materials. They don't. This is the symbol in this game for the symbol in this game for gas doesn't exist. For the dinosaur juice or crude oil is the one that this power plant is running on, which probably makes us, you know, all of us agree that these power plants are ran on heavy fuel or diesel or I don't know what's the proper name for the fuel, because there's so many different types of heavy fuels. What this icon is in this game, this is just dinosaur juice. This is just like naphtha. The liquid, black liquid that comes out of the ground, that is not flammable. It needs to be refined first. But this power plant runs on that. It doesn't mean gas as a, you know, like a gaseous, like natural gas, like propane, butane. I don't know what's the actual natural gas. What is it? Chemical compound. What is it called exactly? I don't know, pipeline gas. Anyway, so yeah, in this game they decided that dinosaur juice can be burned for fuel, and that's it. We're gonna need the... both of these things are fine, but we will need the bus station that everybody keeps talking about. I'm gonna do that later, after all of this is built. They are building this as well? Yes, they are. Okay, perfect. Let's do the... This is busy. Let me just see if we are creating any problems here. No, this is... all for buses. We have capacity, have capacity. Oh yeah, it unlocked a lot of buildings. Let's see what we can do. Rolling being done, rolling being... or paving being done. This needs to be paved. Here we go. Let's start. This is the big one because I need shop in this area. Some tourists are not happy because there's lack of that. Bus 2, go for this one, and then this one, the road. Actually gonna go for this because these are prefab panels needed. This is the tram ways around the roundabout. I want them to finish. And a lot of these just need the road construction office to go and finish them, so I'm gonna leave them alone. Yugoslav big clinic needs to be remodeled. We're gonna go for number 1. Leave it as a medium. Cerak buildings, their groundwork being done. Conveyors, I'm gonna go for bus 2. Not increasing the priority. And road here, nothing. Brick house, nothing. Kindergarten, nothing. Sewage tank, plumbing. This is all new that I just built, so this is not gonna be relevant. Okay, so building a power plant. Containers need to be put here. Yeah, I really want them to finish the road in one go, and then I'm gonna set up the containers for collecting. Hopefully I'm gonna remember. Not a big deal if we don't. Okay. Chemicals. Okay, so I think that the problem that many people playing this game have is that you build a city, it's functioning. You really hate building a new city. I think that's one of the most hated things in the game, and I don't want to build a new city. I will build a new city, twin city here, very close to the first one, just because we need all the people we can get. Bada boom, bada bim, one more interruption later, and right, let's talk about the chemicals, and let's start over. Sorry if I'm repeating myself, but I'm gonna try to be short. Usually what I have a problem with the game is that I build a city, and because it's a functional city, it's really pain in the ass to build another city, just because this one is still functioning. I can still squeeze a couple more hundreds of people to work here, and because everything is functioning, because everything is fine, don't worry about it. But no, to be honest, we should be building new city for every industry. Unfortunately, it's unprofitable. It's easier for us to just use the existing population, which currently we are doing for a couple of industries, but soon enough this is not going to be enough. Getting off the ground and off the loans is very difficult in this game, and if you build a new city, this city will have to be sustained, and it's not going to be supporting itself until it gets a critical population and the exports actually function. And talking about the coal and not having proper rail infrastructure or connection to the seaside, that's going to be a problem. We won't be able to export this coal. We can use it for heating and for electricity production, but that's about it. You know, how much city costs, that's a good question. Maybe one day I'm gonna make a tutorial or find out on my own for myself how much does it cost to run a city. But at the moment, with the loans and everything else, even this city that we have here of 7,735 people is not self-sustainable, like financially. So we are not producing enough to sustain this city, just because we had to get loans in order to build the city, and then we have the loans that we need to pay off, which is every 30 days is 128,000 rubles, which we are trying to, offset, by paying them off, and probably would be profitable after that. But loans need to be paid. So we're trying to squeeze out every penny that we can from the current city that we have, and getting deep into the next city without even the first one being fully profitable, or at least above the waterline, I think it's a problem. So what we are trying to do here is, first of all, offset some of the costs that we have, and by the way, building a power plant is anything but cheap, so this is gonna be like, still we're gonna be earning more than we invested in this, because these power plants last for 25 years plus. After that they can need to be reconstructed, but machinery and outside, but after that it does not cost as much as this, so they should be profitable all the way. Plus, if we need to see how the coal is gonna handle this. We will have to continue importing coal, and this should definitely pitch in towards this city's independence. Plus, the next thing that I wanted to say is, let's say, chemical factory. Chemicals are being used in several areas. Unfortunately, we can't really say where are they being used, because we can go consumption of resources and industries, and let's say last year we had 169 tons of chemicals being used the whole last year. This year we are already at 110. It's 17th of August. It should be close to the previous year's production of consumption of chemicals, and we do not produce chemicals, so we can start producing chemicals. But then this city is also we're gonna have chemical industry, which I don't disagree with. I actually agree that we should build a chemical industry here, and this is what I'm gonna try to do now. A small chemical industry, mostly based around vanilla, I think, chemical plant. We'll double check now. That's a really good coffee. I actually have more on the way right next to me, so I'm gonna just quickly refresh that as well while we talk. Yeah, so I'm gonna go and double check the chemical industries that we have. I think, did I research the first chemical thingy McJiggy? Yes, I did. We can build chemicals. I did build this. Was this the big one? There was a really big chemical plant that I built previously. I think it could be this one, but it was connected to everything under the sun. No, I don't think it's this one. Could be this one, but because chemicals need so many different things to process, look at the consumption here. It's actually small. No, where's the... Ah, this is the big, there we go, that's the big chemical plant. This is the one that I used to have in the Elementaria series. Obviously, I will not, absolutely not go with this chemical plant. This is not the point of it. I want to go for a smaller chemical plant to offset our current imports. So, how much do we need? 169, that was the number there that we need to produce. So this one produces 0.81. 0.81 tons of chemicals per day. That means in 100 days it's 81 tons, and then in 300 days it's 243 tons. 243 tons. So even small chemical plant like here will offset the production of chemicals significantly. Now we can talk about what is the most important thing with this chemical plant. I will argue it's actually the sewage outlet. So I'm planning to build this chemical factory right close to this setup here, just because we can get rid of the sewage very easily. Everything else here, it requires less. Well, dinosaur juice is 1.2 and the wood is 0.84 tons per day. This is very small amounts of everything. But when you go for 100 tons, they need 230 tons of crops. That's nothing. That's like less than one field. We will be able to get these crops from elsewhere. Gravel, it's next to free. Wood, next to free. Oil, that's something that we're gonna have to import. So what I'm planning to do here is build a chemical plant that should be functioning. We will have to have a distribution office for it. We need to make sure that there's a city center there and city center there, so somewhere in between probably would be the smartest place to put this chemical plant. I'm just looking that it's getting a little bit crowded over here, but fear not. I think this area here is gonna be okay. Let me see how this looks like. Sewage outlet there, conveyor. Okay, so we're missing something. We need crops and we need wood. Okay, so those two things will need industrial connections. Liquids can go in there, and crops. Okay, so this is more or less how it's supposed to look like. What about if I put it over there and use the existing intersection for this? So if I go for the chemical plant and do it like, let's say here. Oh, we need we're gonna need storage for chemicals as well. I think this is not going to be a problem. Storage for chemicals, we can share the storage for chemicals from the other what's I call it, from the other storage that we're gonna have wood import. It could be it's probably gonna work. The band's gonna make it. So I'll show you what I mean very shortly. So we have chemical plant here. Internal storages are minuscule. They're absolutely appalling. We're gonna have to go for bigger storages. So first of all, let's go with wood. I think wood is the easiest one. No, the crops and the chemicals are gonna share the storage. Oh wait. Crops cannot be transported by conveyor belts, only industrial. Yeah, this is unrealistic as fuck, but yeah. I mean, like, conveyor belts do transport crops most of the time. Well, you have augers as well, but not as well. Augers are primary thing, but it's more so the conveyor belt than it is industrial connection. But in any case, okay, I digress. I stand back. It's fine. I misspoke. Right, open storages. We need just small open storage for wood. Unfortunately, the smallest one we have is vanilla here. Wood import, water import, that's fine. Conveyor belts, that's fine. I think I'm gonna have to play with this. Okay, I think this is going to be, as previously mentioned, fine. So this is wood storage. We're gonna need gravel storage. I will build this as well, as small as possible. Thank you very much. By the way, this storage is 300 tons, is for a year's supply, more than a year's supply of stuff, and the storages here are also very, very bad. They're oversized, and I don't have anything smaller. The smallest one is freaking vanilla. I can't believe this. I can't believe this, but knowing the developers, I can't believe. Like, for this small chemical plant, I don't think there's need for anything bigger than this, but there we go, they found bigger than this. So this is the second thing we're gonna need. We're gonna need a third thing. Third thing is going to be wood. No, this is wood. Third thing is gonna be crops. I will not use the silos for crops. I will use the dual purpose storage. That's gonna be covered storage, because covered storages can be used for the both crops, and I can have them as a chemical depot as well. So if I go for a decent capacity, nope. 300. I think this is not bad. So if we go for, let's say, this storage over here, and we will need oil storage, and also this is going to be one of those thingies. Oh, perfect. That's going to be for the for us to actually finish this. That's going to be very, very, very good. Let's go for this one and assign it to boom. Is it now being constructed? It's being constructed. Distribution office. This is going to be for chemicals. Chemical distribution office. Just because we're gonna have to import the materials here from different sides, and yeah, I'm just gonna finish that one. The distribution office here. I'm gonna use that one until we get better. So yeah. Oh, I forgot one other thing I'm gonna talk about, but give me a second. Let's finish this first. Storage, oil storage. Again, I would like to go for... Okay, let's go. If we go way overboard to 60 tons, it doesn't really matter, because these storages are actually quite large. They have a very small footprint, and I'm perfectly fine with them being like this. Can we do this better? Let's do better. Dinosaur juice. Tea. There we go. I think this is okay. It needs to be connected to... All of these roads need to be connected, but I don't want to interrupt the current. Actually... let's go like this. Okay, so this is crops and the... Yeah, crops and the... chemicals, this one... Oh, I can do this as well. Okay, so let's do... There we go. So it's not interrupting this one, and here... I'll wait. Did I say I'll wait? I'll wait. There we go. So this is the chemical setup. We need to build the roads. Oh, no, it's not. Oh, I remember when the Oolykee built this. I need to see how much water they're gonna consume. Chemical plant. But chemical plant, I think it doesn't need pure water, but I'll confirm this. 67%. That's not pure water. That's definitely something we're gonna source from the most polluted areas around here. 67%. Yeah, 67%. Okay. Yeah, the two things we forgot here is the sewage and the water supply. I will give them... What's the surface? I don't know. Like, literally, I'm trying to choose what is the worst way, the dirtier water to deliver here. Either make a pump over here that's gonna be... Let's see the quality of water here. We have 81%. This is 81% in this area. Oh, I'm actually concerned that water can get dirtier than this. Let's check the quality of water. The quality of water, can just do this and go around and check it. 82%. Seriously? Oh, I'm looking at the wrong thing, sorry. So quality of water 94%, 78%, 82%, 78 is the lowest one. So let's see around here. We have 80%, 78. 78% is the lowest, so I don't see any problem of putting it over here. Just not to tap into the drinking water of the city's drinking water system. I'm also thinking about the surface water intake. That would be this one here. Water quality. Let's see how this is gonna look like. 73%. This is darn. This is the lowest I ever saw. You know what? I would like to give it a go. I want to test it out to see if it's gonna work. You know what? I think it's too risky. I think it's too risky. If we start polluting even further, which absolutely we will, this might be a problem. So surface water is very, 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 very dirty. So underground water is probably going to be a better choice because it's like almost like 10. But wherever I put it, it's gonna need a lot of infrastructure, which I really don't want to build. Huh, very interesting. Very, very interesting. Okay. I don't know, let's just go for here. I'll need a pumping station as well, because they can't function without pumping stations. Let's remove this heating plant. We're gonna find you a new home. Actually, that's probably something that I shouldn't be doing, because heating plants are one of the most sensitive things that you can build. And then pumping. Yeah, I just want pumping station. And 70. Nah, they need only, well, what was it, like 10 cubic meters of water? So this is one of the rare occasions where I can put any pipes here. They require 10 cubic meters of water per day. That's, the smallest pipe is 3 times more. So there we go, first time ever, willingly, I'm putting this because I was troubleshooting. Oh, did I finish this? Oh, I still didn't finish the elephant in the room. I'm sorry about this. Let me just see how much time we have, because I'm all over the place now. Okay, so we had a problem. We had a problem with the sewage, and the sewage pipes were just too clogged for some reason, and I'm gonna show you where. These are filling 90%. This is 100% full. Some of these are 100. Maybe not this one. Let's see which one is it. 100% full. These are 100% full. This one is 100% full. It's not causing any problems, but I already started building a bypass. No, I didn't. I forgot about that. I was troubleshooting this because this was a problem before, and Mr. Dennis from The Dennis Show YouTube channel, he actually really helped me with troubleshooting the situation with my sewage. And I can tell you one thing. There's a stupid thing that I did. If you can see here on the screen, there's actually a difference in thickness of these pipes. That's what she said. But this is the problem. It looks like I built smaller pipes here. And how you can troubleshoot this, I did not know this. Mr. Dennis showed me this. And hopefully it's going to be useful for you guys as well. But you can find out what the thickness of this pipe, each one of these pipes, is if you go to the picking building infrastructure tool. And let's say we're going to pick this one. And if you go to your pipe system, you can see here which one is selected. It's the biggest one. And now if I go to this tool and I go here and go back to the pipes, it's the middle one. So literally I build the middle size pipe over here, and it's all the way, I believe, from here. Let me just go one more time from here, take it, sample it, and you go here all the way from here to here to here, and I am not sure if it's here as well. We're gonna test it. I need to test it, but this is very bad. So this one is middle one as well, and then this one looks like it's the middle one as well, but from here, so all the way from the city center, all the way from here to basically the last segment of the pipe is all bad pipe, the smaller pipe. So here we have big pipe, and I'm gonna sample the other one as well, just to make sure. It's both of these are big pipes, but before this intersection, so here, this one is medium pipe. So from here all the way to here, this is a medium-sized pipe. I made a mistake when building it. Nobody told me, and there's no way of you of knowing this unless the problems start appearing. And problems started appearing. This is all constantly full. We're getting more than 75 cubic meters of sewage, and pipes are clogged. They have too much sewage to deal with. It's not causing big problems now, but it will in the future, and this is something that I'm gonna have to handle. And I will construction finished. Oh, perfect. We're gonna handle it now. So this is 80, tab 10, tab 10, and enter. That's fine. And we need the small distribution office. Go and deliver all of this stuff to 50%. That's fine. You can also have like 50% workers. We're not gonna need more than that. And hopefully our tourists are finally going to get electronics. We need to get more tourists here. This is a 4-star hotel, and we need to better service. Yeah, coffee. Ooh, that's a hot coffee. Okay, so what I'm going to do here to fix this, I will have to build parallel infrastructure to this again, because this one works. I can do it. I'm just thinking out loud. I can build the whole parallel infrastructure of this whole sewage system, which is not that big. I mean, like, yeah, this is long, but here we have only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like only a couple of branches, and this one is totally separated, which I wrongly diagnosed in being a problem with the farms producing too much waste, but it's not. It's totally different. So what I'm going to be doing here is go for a big pipe, make sure it's a big pipe, and I'm going to be making parallel system to this one. I think, yeah, I can skip it here, like this, and then build a switch over here. Dennis also mentioned something that is very, very much true. He was the one who recommended to me previously. He didn't mention that. I just pointing this out because I do remember a lot of you guys who help all of us, because I'm only here sharing all the knowledge. But Dennis really helped me with the one of the mods. I still have it. I just don't use it anymore. Mods being the pumping station. This is going to be a problem, right? Okay, let's see if we can... perfect. Mod being, I'm just going to quickly show you. That will be this one here. So sewer 3x3, 4x4. This is both pumping station, does not require electricity, and it's 3x3. So you have an additional access. I was trying giving a chance to the developers and using whatever developers wanted us to use, and that will be these pipes. But definitely for ease of usage, it's much. Yeah, this is gonna be fun. Okay, it looks like it is connected, but never trust the developers. Never trust developers. We need to go further, so first I'm gonna need parallel pipes to this. Let's go and connect them here, and then let's go parallel. Okay. Perfect. Yeah, boy. And then go for this switch here. We can do it. I'll make it work. I'll make it work. Oh, I made it work. Okay. And now this is the last one. Oh, is it the last one? No, it's not the last. Well, you know what? I don't even know which pipes are which anymore. So these look the same. I'm just gonna test it then. Oh my god, all of these are broken as well. Not broken, they're just smaller. With all intents and purposes, we can mark them as broken, because yeah, they're not working as I want them to work. This is gonna be more difficult than I expected. Oh god, these all look the same. Okay, the extent of this is actually larger than I expected. To be honest, we don't have to go to here. Would be only it would be enough to go to here. So what we need to do now is connect this with this, which is gonna be slightly problematic, not too much, but slightly problematic. And we just need to cut this pipe somewhere and connect it to this pipe, and that would be it. So. I'm hoping that it's not gonna cause too much problems for me, but yeah. Okay. So let's build it. If you build it, they will come. This is a big project of fixing the stupidity that I did. To be honest, no, there's no to be honest. I did. Period. What the hell is this? Don't do this. I did. Don't blame the 3 division Oolykee. Goddamn the 3 division and they're oh no! Oh, did I? Yeah, I did, I think. Okay, whatever. Hopefully they're gonna fix it. Right, that's it. We just expanded our chemical production. We expanded into power production. All of this needs to be built. Infrastructure needs to be built first. But these are the next expenses we will have. Research program finished. Ta-da! We have an oil power plant now. We need to research something else. What do we want? Guys, comment section. Obviously, we're not going to be able to do this, but let's see. How are we doing with recycling? This is interesting. We're importing hazardous waste. We are still under 50%. We are not importing mixed waste. Sorting mixed waste would be cool, but no need for this now. If I'm going to be building recycling facilities, this is going to be a big project. I'm going to build it like I usually do, potentially even with rail connections to it, so we can import like, let's say, hazardous materials or mixed waste with rails, because that way we can even get it can be profitable industry. But initially this is only at 50%, and it's been like what, 10 years now playing this. Not a problem, and this is dissipating, and there's only like construction. It's very simple to resolve this, and I'm not into resolving this. Fertilizer is constantly being consumed. The only other 2 things we have, like hazardous waste, I already said, but other than this is the steel, which we have small free dump, 13% full, and plastics, ridiculous. We have the small modded waste dump, and it's 3% full. So there's nothing for us to recycle. You know, the recycling industry at the moment, that doesn't seem to be a priority. I started saying that I wanted to check Alt Tab now to check how long we have to record this. 34. So we have 34, that's 26. We are already over time, so sorry about that. What are we going to research? What are we going to research? Recycling, I said I don't want to do that. Metallic scrap separation, don't want to do that. Study environmental energy sources, hell no. Uranium, hell yeah, but later. I'm thinking about maybe electronics and stuff. The research tree. We can go into higher tech industries like electronics, metallurgy, steel production. No. I'm thinking about these then. Let's go into engineering. Oolykee is an engineer. Let's go into engineering. All in, no students welcome. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this one. Hopefully this is gonna give us money that we need to progress the series, progress much faster, and start producing our own stuff. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, press the like button. If you didn't, leave a nasty comment in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Like, share, notification bell, ring it, comments, hit it. And if you want to support the channel, have the description of the video. See you in the next one. Bye bye.